This sold-out crowd is on its feet tonight here in St. Louis, Missouri.
These fans are so excited, I'm having a hard time staying in my own seat myself.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started. I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match, and the fans are definitely into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
Cena spends a lot of time running his mouth. If I were him, I'd put that energy into improving my ring skills.
Cena's a multiple-time WWE champion. How much more improvement do you really need?
Listen, if you're not constantly trying to improve, you're going to get overtaken by a guy who is. Cena better keep that in mind. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this,
here comes another competitor.
You got to be careful when you're going up there. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out?
This is stupid. Why is he risking everything by going up there? Randy Orton has it all. A great look, fantastic charisma, and 3 generations of experience in the business.
And not to mention an ego that won't quit. A lot of the superstars around here would love to take him down a peg. I don't think anyone in this match is even considered.
He's going for the pin.
Here's the moment he's been waiting for. He's in the match.
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this. When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, Look at this! No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, but that kind of thing's not gonna win you the match. These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes, too.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you.
Welcome to the party, pal. The more the merrier.
I think these fans know what's coming next.
They sure do. That you. I've taken that move, and believe me, it doesn't tickle.
1, 2.
Michaels sure is.
He's going for the pin.
2. He almost got the 3 right there. Even if you wind up winning a match, looks like someone's moving up in the world.
These superstars are so unpredictable. He's taking a little time to give his opponent a piece of his mind.
You sure he can spare it?
Nice. Here he comes. What's this going to do to the match?
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. What in the world happened to Jeff Hardy to make him turn out the...
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
Uh-oh. Here.
He's going for the pin. This could be it. And that is just about the last place you want a ring rope.
Just about? I think we know where he's going with this.
Here it comes! The FU! He just drove his opponent straight into the ground.
There's the cover.
2, 3.
Look at that! That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You gotta.
He may get the 3 count right here. Ugh. I don't think there's a superstar in the history of WWE who's gone from rookie to WWE champion as quickly as John Cena has.
Yeah, Cena shot up real quick, but he has.
What a cowardly move. You can't win fair. And here's the cover.
2.
He wasted no time going for that pin.
Orton's never backed down from a fight. His mouth might get him in trouble, but he's always ready for it.
Are we talking about the same Randy Orton? It seems like the only time he's willing to fight is when he gets to hit somebody from behind. When you talk about a man who's done it all in this business, you don't have to look any further than the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Michaels has been in this business a long time, and I'm not surprised he's stuck with Raw. I doubt he could keep up with some of the younger SmackDown talent.
You're not seriously suggesting that HBK couldn't be competitive on SmackDown. No disrespect to the SmackDown Superstars, but this is Shawn Michaels we're talking about.
All I'm saying is that ever since Raw and SmackDown became separate brands, we haven't seen much of Michaels on SmackDown. You take that any way you want.
He could hit his opponent right here. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. I'll never understand how Jeff Hardy can leave the house looking like that.
I don't know. I think the Jeff Hardy hairstyle is exactly what you might need to update your image a little.
You'd never catch me wearing my hair that long. It's just unmanly.
2, 3.
It's been a long time since I saw a crowd get behind a superstar the way they have for John Cena.
Yeah, and that's great for him. But this is a match, not a popularity contest.
I don't think Cena's got any problem being physical either. There aren't many superstars who can match his accomplishments.
Look at these superstars go. It's obvious that they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they hadn't.
90% of a match is in the preparation. You gotta come in ready for battle. This could be 3 right here.
2.
He can taunt all he wants, but once he's lost the match, he's gonna wish he spent this time going after his opponent.
I think you're wrong about that. I think this is going to make his victory tonight that much sweeter.
He's 3 seconds away from victory.
3.
A lot of people think that Randy Orton's just an overhyped.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle. Man, this one's turned into a fight. Pure and simple. Here's the pin. This could be it.
Night after night, the WWE Superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing. I don't even like to. His opponent might not have enough left to kick out.
No matter where he goes, Jeff Hardy always enjoys enthusiastic fan support.
Of course he does. These people want to cheer someone who's as big of a loser as they are. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in.
He's
One.
going for the cover.
2, 3.
This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paychecks.
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry about selling tickets the next time we come back here. Not after a match like this. And there's the pin.
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE Superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world. And this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best.
You can search the world over and you won't find another superstar like the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy.
And I, for one, am grateful for that. The last thing this company needs is another head case like him.
1.
He might be unconventional, but there's no questioning the name he's made for himself.
Unconventional is wearing blue jeans to a business meeting. Jeff
Here's your winner, John Cena.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a sold-out show here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And you couldn't fit another fan in here with a crowbar. It's cheese these heads as far as the eye can see.
It sure is. Green Bay knows that they're about to see the greatest superstars in all of sports entertainment. I can't wait to get started.
Half of The Undertaker's style is about getting inside his opponent's head. If you can keep your cool in the ring with him, you got a chance.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience. Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. Come on, we're showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up
He
hard.
could pin his opponent right here.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other soon. I think every guy watching this has an idea of how painful this has got to be.
I know I do. And in times like these, I'm glad to stay on this side of the announce table. And that is just about the last place you want a ring rope.
Just about? If you can think of a worse one, I'd like to hear it.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
We've heard MVP talk the talk. I'm just waiting for him to walk the walk.
Hey, have some respect. That's SmackDown's most valuable player you're talking about.
Well, he certainly played Raw and SmackDown against each other in a bidding war for his contract, and I'm afraid we got the worst end of the deal.
Batista's had a lot of success so far, but that's because most of his opponents let him psych them out.
If you're not intimidated at the sight of a heavily muscled 6.5-foot animal like Batista, you better have your head examined.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle. An injured superstar is like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
That's absolutely right. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponents think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
This could be 3 right here.
2, 3.
Rey Mysterio is so...
Here's your winner, The Undertaker.
big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. He's got the crowd and his opponent in the palm of his hand.
That can change in an instant, especially if you let your opponent catch his breath. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that would be no easy deal. He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match.
That's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too.
He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? This is a mistake, JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars matches.
That might be true, King, but all I see is a very confident superstar who's got everything going his way.
Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR. Every time you get into the ring with Mick Foley, you're taking your life in your own hands.
Mick built his legacy by destroying some of the biggest names in the business, in WCW, in ECW, and of course, right here in the WWE.
And every story you've ever heard about him is true. Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination. I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated.
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those talk about adding insult to injury, tossed out of the ring and the match. Ugh. Everyone says they can't take their eyes off of Chavo, JR, and neither can I.
That's good advice. You never know when he might try to hit you from behind.
Up and over and out. Eliminated.
He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money. This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar. Is that? Yes, that's an elimination.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. This isn't ballet. Ruthless Aggression is the name of the game.
Boy, Booker T will tell you how great he is until your dadgum ears fall off. Quite frankly, I'd rather see him put up or shut up.
What are you talking about, JR? He's a world heavyweight champion and a five-time WCW champion.
Not to take anything away from Booker's accomplishments, but I've seen superstars with twice the credentials do half the boasting.
Hey, that's King Booker to you. Have a little respect for us royal types.
And there's the elimination. That's one fewer superstar in this match. Oh, for the love of open your eyes, Red. I can't believe he got away with that.
Well, you might not like it, JR, but he's going to do whatever it takes to win this one. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. He's going to regret not following up here once he loses this match.
Come on, JR. This isn't something you do when you're worried about the outcome of the match. He knows he's got it in the bag. After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE Superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
Wow, he wasn't too gentle about throwing him out.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. Right back at you. There he goes. He's out of the match.
You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker.
Well, there's one less superstar in this match now. I don't believe it. He's been eliminated.
He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion.
You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR? He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. Oh! Randy Orton is a genius, JR. As soon as he got what he needed from Triple H and Ric Flair, he turned on him and struck out on his own.
I think you've got a selective memory there, Kingfish. I seem to remember Triple H and Ric Flair turning on Orton and knocking some of the...
Oh my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match! Ugh. Now, CM Punk thinks he's so hot. I bet I could teach him a thing or two.
What? Like how you cheated shuffleboard? I'll tell you what, King. The WWE Superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you.
Yo, 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 yo. Papa Foley and check
I'm
your
impressed by
rollies.
Montel
It's
Montavious
prime
Porter.
time.
He really might be SmackDown's MVP.
And here I always thought MVP was a title that other people were supposed to. That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
I'll never understand what the big deal is about Batista. He's just another superstar with more muscles than brains as far as I'm concerned.
You couldn't be more wrong, King. I've always found Batista to be extremely intelligent. Oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something quick.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary? You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE Superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down a field or slapping a puck into a net. This is serious physical competition.
It sure is. The toughest athletes in the world are on the WWE roster, and that's a fact. I've been one of Matt Hardy's biggest supporters since the early days of his career, and it's great to see him in action here tonight.
Yeah, ever since he went to SmackDown, we haven't seen much of Matt Hardy, and you don't hear me complaining.
I'm not so sure this was about winning or losing anymore. I think it's become more personal than that.
Of course it's personal, JR. Anytime you step into the ring with someone who wants to beat you down in order to win the match, it's personal.
I guess I can't argue with that, King. I just wonder if they'll be able to settle their differences in this match, or if it's going to wind up bigger than that.
Woo! I don't get it, JR. Whenever most superstars cheat, you're all over them. But whenever Flair does it, you turn a blind eye.
Hey, I'm not oblivious to the Nature Boy's casual relationship with the rules. But it's a little late in the game, though, that this leopard's going to change his spots.
Ugh. Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple. No! How can the referee allow something like that?
Come on, JR. You know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision. I hope these fans appreciate the opportunity to see Terry Funk in action here tonight.
Oh, I think they do. Funk's a living legend in this business.
You got that right. Legend is a word that gets thrown around a little too freely sometimes. But the Funker is the very definition of it.
He certainly is. Terry Funk's a true pioneer of sports entertainment, and it's a real treat to see Funk in the squared circle tonight. These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't, and that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay out of the ring whenever possible.
Well, it must burn you up to see a cocky young superstar like Nitro do so well here in the WWE, JR.
I think everyone should get what they deserve, King. Nitro deserves to be rewarded for his athletic ability. But if you keep...
You're not going to win a match by insulting your opponent. No.
Here's your winner, Kane. Tonight, ECW is going to bring down the house in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Joey Styles with the most miserable man on the planet, Taz, at ringside.
You know it. I am so fired up for tonight's show. I can't wait.
Neither can I, and I'm sure these Salt Lake fans can't either. So let's get this show on the road. Oh my God, how can you hope to defend yourself against an object like that?
That's the nature of the beast, man. If it's not nailed down, someone's going to take it and try to bash it in your head.
Oh, man. I don't think that was ever meant to be used like that.
Creativity has its advantages.
His competitors seem a little tentative. Talk about adding insult to injury, and these fans love it.
Yeah, well, you know what? He better worry more about the injury and less about the insult until this match is over.
Whoa, you see that? What a shot.
Talk about a difference maker. Very few superstars can recover from physical abuse like that.
It would be a really good time to start wearing down a body part. I say go for the leg.
Sound like a manager. You ever considered that career path?
Nah, I'd be too tempted to jump in that ring and start choking people out.
I think everyone's gonna leave the arena with a smile on their face.
Not everyone. Remember, someone's got to lose, and losing's not fun.
Good point. That's the price you pay to be a superstar. He's putting that weapon to good use here.
No doubt. As long as he's got that thing, he's in the driver's seat.
Oh my God! That did some serious damage.
If you don't like it, look away, you wuss.
And the crowd is coming on.
Yeah, that's it. Do it again.
I know physical punishment is part of the game, but I can't believe you're enjoying this so much. He's just brutalizing his opponent with that table.
Well, I guess it's better than being put through a table.
You don't win a match by talking your opponent to death.
Not technically, but getting the crowd on your side can be a huge psychological boost. It sure was a long, strange trip to get these superstars to square off like this.
No doubt, the shortest distance between 2 points may be a straight line, but I find this way more entertaining.
I'm with you, partner. And now they're here to put on a great show for all of us.
I don't know how The Rock did it, man.
Whoa, there goes the ref. Well, might as well chuck the rule book out the window now.
That also means there's no one to call a pinfall or submission.
Shane's an extremely wealthy man, but yet he still gets in the ring and competes, lays it all on the line. You gotta love his passion.
I wouldn't say I love it. He's not exactly a pillar of sportsmanship when he competes.
Hey, if you were as rich as Shane is, you would do anything you could to avoid losing also.
Oh my God! What a sickening impact from that sledgehammer!
No kidding. That thing is meant to crush stone. Just imagine what it'll do to a human body. I love hearing the crowd come alive, even when I don't exactly agree with what they're saying.
Me too. And I, for one, do agree with what they're saying.
Man, this match kind of makes me miss competing in the ring myself.
I think I see red. Yes, he's busted open. Oh my God!
Well, this is not checkers. That's pretty obvious. This is pure competition, and sometimes the blood has to flow.
That may be true, but it's still a little disconcerting to see it happening before our eyes. How do you compare today's superstars with those when you were active in the ring?
Not like I'm Ed the Strangler Lewis over here. I've been in the ring.
He's using that object with sickening effectiveness. I hope somebody stops this.
Well, I sure ain't gonna do it. You're welcome to go out there, partner. Oh, man, what a chair shot. Brings me back to the original. He could have the pin right here.
I think we're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight.
Freedom of speech is definitely a cool thing, and we're getting a perfect example of it right now.
with some serious impact.
I bet you can hear that sound all the way up, even in the cheap seats. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
Oh. I'd say this matchup has lived up to expectations so far. What do you think, partner?
Yeah, it's off the chain for sure. I'll tell you that right now. I can't wait to see how it ends.
How lucky are we to have the pistol? You're not going to last long if you keep getting hit by that.
Here is your winner, Sabu.
I'm Michael Cole. This is JB Allen. We welcome you to Portland, Oregon. It's been a long time since we've come to Portland, and it's great to be back.
The Rose City's going to get its face rocked tonight, and I, for one, can't wait.
And neither can these fans. Better get started, or we might have a riot on our hands. I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Dead Man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the Dead Man's been there for a long, long time.
What an impact! That's going to do some damage.
You're not kidding, Cole. That's gotta hurt like crazy. These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes, too.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
And for a lot of guys, their WWE career is their life. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something you won't see anywhere else. With all due respect to every athlete and entertainer out there, no one gives as much of themselves to their fans as the WWE Superstars.
Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes.
Here's your winner, The Undertaker.
A big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Long.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight. This CM Punk might be young, but he's got more raw talent than superstars twice his age.
How many 20-year-old superstars do we have on the roster? Exactly. Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling.
What does he think he's doing? This is a mistake, JR. Everyone knows that overconfidence costs superstars matches.
That might be true, King, but all I see is a very confident superstar who's got everything going his way.
Uh-oh. Look at this. The briefcase is within reach. Look at this. Just a little further. I don't know where he thinks he's going. This could be a mistake.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary?
If he grabs that briefcase, this match is over.
I think Matt Hardy should change his slogan from "I will not die" to "I cannot win."
King, why do you say things like that when 9 times out of 10, they just make you look like a fool in retrospect?
Every time you get into the ring with Mick Foley, you're taking your life in your own hands.
Mick built his legacy by destroying some of the biggest names in the business in WCW, in ECW, and of course, right here in the WWE.
In every story you've till he gets that briefcase, this one's over. You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE Superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season. He's mere inches from victory in this Money in the Bank match. This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it. The quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated.
Jeff Hardy's a great singles competitor, but tag team action is where he really shines.
Not to take away from the Hardys' multiple tag team title reigns, but Jeff has also enjoyed great solo success as a European, hardcore, and intercontinental champion.
Why do you always have to ruin a perfectly good argument by bringing facts into it?
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency,
Looks like someone's heading for the high rent district. He could win the Money in the Bank match right here.
neither combatant can afford to lose this fight and fall to the mat.
Oh boy, these fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. The briefcase is within reach. This match is within seconds of being over.
It's a long way down for who is so close to that contract he can taste it. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk. Look at him feeding off the...
They're really going after each other, JR.
Both superstars are beating the hell out of each other through that ladder. I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they can afford it, JR?
I'm a raw man through and through, but I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't love to have a superstar like Rey Mysterio on the roster.
Why would you want to do something like that to Mysterio, JR? Everyone on...
This has turned into a real slobber knocker. 15 feet in the air. We're seeing another fun. He is literally inches from victory in this Money in the Bank match. The Money in the Bank briefcase is only inches away.
If any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... Oh, Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide.
These two are fighting for their lives on that ladder. He's going up, but what's he going to do when he gets there? Wow, listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all. I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted.
This has got to be it. That briefcase is coming down for sure. Only one of them's going to stay on that ladder, JR. Who's it going to be? Whoever loses this fight might just lose the match too, JR. You got to respect the commit.
There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
And if I had to put money on this match, JR, I'd say that Matt Hardy was headed for another beating.
How can you?
There he goes, JR. He's been busted open. Look at all of that blood.
Would you at least try and not sound so gleeful, King? This is serious.
You're darn right it's serious, JR. It's deadly serious. All's fair in love and war, and this is definitely a war. It's going to be a long way down for one of these two superstars.
Let me tell you something, friends and neighbors. You never know who you're getting in the ring with when you compete against Mick Foley.
You sure don't. It could be that easygoing hippie dude love.
Back and forth, these two are going to trade blows until someone falls. Look at the intensity of these two superstars trying to stay on the ladder. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really?
He's just a few inches from victory.
WWE travels to just about every country, and Jeff Hardy's got fans in every single one.
Well, he's a one-of-a-kind phenomenon, no doubt about it. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit. This one is over if he grabs that briefcase. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy.
He's reaching for the coveted briefcase. Can he do it?
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King. Oh, man. This is a precarious position to be in.
And that's why getting a forehead ground into your face is just about the most painful thing I can think of. They haven't been going easy on each other in this match, JR, and I think it's really begun to take its toll. They know there's not enough room for both of them up there. They're beating the heck out of each other, JR. Someone's going to take a tumble. Whoever loses this fight is going to take a heck of a fall, JR.
My God, look at the intensity of these superstars battling 15 feet above the ring. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King. Both superstars.
Oh my gosh, he's almost got the briefcase.
There's not an ounce of fun in either superstar, but only one will remain on the ladder.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up.
I think he's got some big plans, JR. Look at this.
He sure is. And boy, he came through big time with that twist of fate. I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess they just go...
Oh, my! Looks like someone's been busted wide open. This can't be good.
You're right. It's not good. It's great. They're not holding anything back.
We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other, but this is too much. Whoever wins this fight might just win the match.
How can these fans be this excited about Rey Mysterio, JR? He's so tiny that half of them probably can't even see him in the ring. A fist fight 15 feet in the air. This isn't going to be pretty. CM Punk thinks he's so hot.
These top rope moves are always difference makers, for better or worse.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again.
Matt Hardy has said it many times. This could be it. We could have our winner right here. I know that barbecue-loving Mick Foley outside the ring, and I've seen him in action inside the ring, and I swear to you, it's almost like...
Show off all you want. Oh, man, that briefcase is so close. This could be it. Listen to the...
You can take that briefcase and the Mac right here.
You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
That's a short climb, but a potentially long fall. 4 over.
This could be it, JR. He's almost got it.
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't. And that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay out of the ring whenever possible.
Look at that! He's busted wide open! This is great!
I don't know what's so great about watching a human being brutalized like this.
Come on, JR. You know this isn't ballet. I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Mr. McMahon hear you say that, King. You might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. I don't want to say that Mr. McMahon's cheap, JR, but I heard he won't even tip a canoe. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job?
This could be it. He could win this Money in the Bank match right here.
Here's your winner, CM Punk.
smell of the rock.
I'm Michael Cole. This is JB Allen. We welcome you to Portland, Oregon. It's been a long time since we've come to Portland, and it's great to be back.
The Rose City's going to get its face rocked tonight, and I, for one, can't wait.
And neither can these fans. Better get started, or we might have a riot on our hands.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed a great show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE... And there's the pin!
In all my years in this business, I've never seen a superstar with the raw charisma of The Rock.
And that charisma not only took him to the very top of the sports entertainment world, it also allowed him to take Hollywood by storm.
And make no mistake about it, The Rock has not forgotten his millions and millions of WWE fans.
He certainly hasn't. And from the sound of things, they haven't forgotten him either. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be able to just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far, with no signs of stopping anytime soon.
If you ask me, Batista's best days were back when he was Triple H's lackey.
Batista was impressive as a member of Evolution, but it wasn't until he left them that he earned the first of several World Heavyweight Championship victories.
Uh-oh, somebody's about to hit bottom here.
Bottom! What an impact! And the crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
You can't let that break your focus, but that's easier said than done. I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience. Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, it's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight. We're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight.
I'm all for freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not. This match proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw.
Even if you did, you'd have to hear about puppies and government mules and scalded dogs. It's like a zoo over there.
Night after night, the WWE...
He's going for the pin.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE Superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weak. He's got his opponent. Could this be?
Rock bottom, rock bottom. Did you see that? What a move. These fans have got something they want to share with us.
That's their right. They paid for their tickets after all. Seeing The Rock in action again makes you realize just how great he really is.
I wish my in-ring career wasn't over so I could go one-on-one with the great one and find out who the greatest WWE champion of all time really is.
You talk about
I don't believe it. There goes the cell. Are you ready to get electrified?
I certainly am. It's the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. The People's Elbow. I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE. He could pin his opponent right here.
2, 3.
When I first heard about this,
Here's your winner,